Why do most business leaders struggle to grow their business? So many owners and executives are exhausted trying to manage their complicated business. They'd have to be crazy to actually think about growing it. Well, whether you have a startup, a small business, or a generational company, here's what I want to tell you. It doesn't have to be. Don't accept it as normal. Don't accept it as paying your dues. And definitely don't accept it as it just might have to be your lot in life. Because if you're a business leader struggling to grow your business, you're on the right podcast. Get ready to learn how to simplify and grow your company here on the Business Growth Made Simple show. Well, welcome to the Business Growth Made Simple show, where I release new episodes on the first day of each month. My name is Kenneth Kollasch, and I'm here to tell you I get you. I understand the fear and frustrations that come with trying to grow a business that just feels too clumsy, chaotic, and even complicated. In fact, as a third-generation entrepreneur, I don't just relate to what you're feeling, I literally grew up in it. Thankfully, though, after over 13 years of business experience, I became a certified business coach, partnered up with experts like Donald Miller, CEO of StoryBrand, Will Guidara, former co-owner of the #1 restaurant in the world, and Michael Hyatt, best-selling author of Your Best Year Ever. But none of this matters if it doesn't impact you and your business. And that's why I'm here on this episode, to help you simplify the chaos and grow your revenue so you can quit the constant stressing and actually have the successful business you've always wanted. In this episode, you are going to be introduced to step 5 of the 6-step framework proven to simplify and grow your business, no matter how chaotic or complicated that it is. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to share with you a free resource for you to use that takes literally only 10 minutes and will save you days worth of work as you begin applying what you learn in this podcast show. But if you're ready to go beyond the free resources and get started with me as your business coach, I will also be sharing about how you can do that at the end of this episode. So without any further ado, let's dive into step 5 of the 6 steps to simplifying and growing your business. Step 5, management. Simplify and grow your business by having a productivity system. Management is a lot like the referees in a sporting match. Hated by all. No, I'm kidding. Well, kind of. But truthfully, management is just like referees, and they're absolutely key and necessary to the success and fair play of any enterprise. In fact, just like a game would spiral out of control without the refs, your business would be as unproductive as a highway without any marked lanes. You think rush hour traffic is bad in your city now? Just wait until I remove all the little white lines. But seriously, what makes this step of management different from the thousands of other conversations being had about management? How is having a productivity system the difference maker you need in today's modern game of business? Well, it's all about the system you use to manage your business. For some, it's my way or the highway. For others, it's crisis and urgency as priority. And for a few, it's just a random spur-of-the-moment style of leadership. But what's at the crux of management that actually simplifies the chaos and grows the revenue in successful businesses? The answer? A system. Yes, a system. A system that has the same kind of authority a referee does in a game. A system that is always on time to meetings, always has a good attitude, and always stays in line with the company's mission. A system that acts as the real manager, the real plan, and the real decision maker. At the crux of every successful business is a productivity system. But what does it mean to have a productivity system? What does it mean to have a system at the crux of your management strategy? As always, let's reverse engineer by starting with what it doesn't mean. First, it doesn't mean the productivity system is flawless. If you ever invent a flawless system, congratulations, you've officially invented another perfect thing that will be ruined by imperfect humans. Now, joking aside, even the most impressive system will be run by flawed individuals. So the focus cannot be on perfecting the system alone before it's run. Second, it doesn't mean the productivity system is a list of to-dos and to-don'ts. Even though I said the system is designed to be the real manager, that doesn't mean it should act like most managers. It's not a rule book that gets handed out, and it should definitely not be another thing that just destroys morale in your company. And third, it doesn't mean the productivity system only involves people. Your business isn't just people connecting with people. In fact, the things that slow businesses down most are when people are connecting with anything but a person. A computer, a software, a Google Drive folder, all of these types of things are also playing a part, maybe even a majority part, in the level of productivity each member of your team has. So I'll ask again, what does it mean to have a productivity system at the crux of your management strategy? What does it mean to keep your business operating lean and clean? What does it mean to have a productivity system? First, it means to be a business that actually knows itself. Now, don't get all weird on me thinking I'm about to recommend you sit your business down on a chair, show it some images, and ask how those images make it feel. No, what I'm talking about is operational IQ. Operational IQ isn't measured in how smart you think your business is. It's measured by how smart your business actually is. How adaptable is it without you involved? How fluid are your processes without you hovering over it at each step? How creative, resourceful, inventive, collaborative, organized, etc., is your business without you involved? This is your business's operational IQ. So, review your business in these 5 ways to determine your business's operational IQ. What happens, where it happens, when it happens, how it happens, and why it happens. Do this and watch your productivity system begin to unfold right before your eyes. Second, having a productivity system means to be a business that runs at the speed of relationships. The truth is, every single one of your operational touchpoints is managed by a human. And that human, believe it or not, is a real person. Now again, don't think I'm getting all weird and dismiss this too quickly. Ask yourself, how many times have I seen a manager treat another person as if they were a machine rather than a human being? To dismiss the human element in management, productivity, and systems is foolishness to the highest degree. People have heads, hearts, and even stomachs. So don't forget to work into your productivity systems the head that desires to be heard, the heart that desires to be understood, and the stomach that desires to be fed. The more your productivity system takes care of people's desires, the more the people's desire will be to take care of you and the company. Now, not handouts and happy clappy pizza parties. I'm talking about real loyalty developed by real collaboration between the company and the real people themselves. And third, having a productivity system means to be a business that drives results. If you're not getting results, you're not being productive. If you don't know what results look like, you can't create a system. And if you don't have a system, you are closer to closing your doors than you think. At the end of the day, having a business that knows itself and runs at the speed of relationships still won't be enough if the business doesn't get results. Because guess what? Results are what pays for the salaries, the research and development, marketing, insurance, websites, buildings, computers, logistics, and the very business that exists itself. So we must become painstakingly clear on what results mean. We must know the difference between lead measures and lag measures. What leads us to results versus what are the actual results. A productivity system must be built on getting results that both lead us to our goals and actually indicate we've arrived at our goals. Having 100% growth in website traffic leads us to our goal of actually having 1,000 units sold this month of X, Y, or Z product. See the difference? Both are results, both are at the crux of a professional, successful productivity system. This is what it means to have a productivity system by having a system at the center of your management. These are just a few of the difference makers that make this step of management effective at simplifying and growing your business. Hopefully, this has inspired you to have a productivity system in your business and motivated you to have a system at the center of your management. Because when you do, you'll be one step closer to making business growth simple for you and your business. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, Kenneth, how the heck do I know if my productivity systems are any good? How do I know if a system is at the center of my management? Well, no worries, my friend. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, I have a free resource for you to use that will take only 10 minutes and save you literally days worth of work as you begin simplifying and growing your business. I have a free business report that will guide you through a series of questions to evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of your management systems, as well as the other 5 steps that we're going to be covering on this podcast show. You're going to get a detailed 25-page PDF afterward, going through each of the 6 steps. It'll also have recommendations for how you can improve your business's strengths and turn your company's weaknesses into assets. And the link to this free business report will be in the description of this episode or on my website at kennethcoaches.com. Now, if this sounds like a lot, I won't lie. It is. And 25 pages of anything is not exactly light reading, but it's extremely effective if you use it well. But if you're thinking, Kenneth, I don't really have the time, the energy, or even the expertise to really get the most out of this free business report. Or maybe you're thinking, Kenneth, I don't even care about the free stuff. I just want you to coach me through this stuff personally so I can grow this business sooner rather than later. If that's you, I totally understand. There have been plenty of things I've invested in because, well, it was worth it for me to skip the free stuff and jump right ahead into the solution I was looking for. So if that's you, here's what you should do next. Book a coaching call with me. This isn't a sales call or a therapy session. This is a 1-hour coaching session for you and your business to hear your biggest pain points, identify quick wins, and give you a personalized recommendation for coaching based on your unique situation. Of course, these sessions are always more valuable when you've already filled out the free business report, but you can come without it if you'd like as well. So if you're looking for a personal touch to save time and to jump right into growing your business, book that coaching session with me using the link in the description of this episode or on my website at kennethcoaches.com. So today we've covered step 5 of the 6-step framework to making business growth simple for you and your company. Enjoy that free business report, and if you book that coaching call with me, I look forward to meeting with you soon. For more content on how you can simplify and grow your business, follow me on any of my social media channels at kenneth.coaches or just follow the links in the description of this episode. I'll see you back here for my next episode of the Business Growth Made Simple show on November 1st. And before you go, enjoy this story. I can't believe they didn't quit. What else should I expect? I'm a 20-year-old atheist that's been working at this dance studio for 2 years. I've read every training resource, I've come early every day, stayed late, and even practiced most weekends. And now, I'm leading one of my first meetings with 4 other staff members. As a team, we decided to have one 45-minute meeting every day, but forgot one important thing. I have no experience leading meetings, and it's showing. I'm literally cussing at them when they're not getting right some of the random training topics I chose to train on. They have questions, and I'm not appreciating that. In fact, I'm getting more and more frustrated with every question that they ask. I keep saying to myself, these people are idiots. Why are they asking that question? I literally just spent the last 10 minutes giving them the answer to that question. Then it hits me. These people have no idea what I'm saying because I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't have a meeting checklist, strategy, or system. I just have a huge ego and a dream to own my own dance studio one day. Although it would have been better to have a system, and I wasn't exactly off to the best start, it was a start. And ultimately I learned that winging it wasn't a real strategy for me, my team, or the business I wanted to own one day.